the answer to your prayers oftentimes comes with a process. Why is this important? Because somebody in here right now is discouraged. Because they've been praying and praying and praying for something and hoping that God would answer it, and you may not realize that he's already in the process of answering your prayer. And oftentimes, to get to the answer, God takes you through a process. Don't resist the process, because sometimes he won't answer the prayer for the process. He's going to answer your prayer by way of the process. 3 things we're going to learn tonight about the process. Something about you. There's something about you that God wants to prove. There's something in you that God wants to produce. And there's something through you that God wants to do. The process will prove that your faith is real. In the darkest hour, sometimes that's where the real faith is. In the rock bottom. You ever seen rock bottom worship? You ever seen worship? Someone is so broken and that worship is just coming out of them. You ever seen it? Probably not. Because it actually should look like they're on a mountaintop. When that faith is that real, you might see some tears coming out, but the hands will still be lifted. If the hands can't be lifted, they'll be on their knees. If they can't be on their knees, they'll lay down. They'll do something because their faith is real, and the evidence is praise and honor and glory unto Jesus Christ. This is one of those verses you don't really want to hear nobody quote when you're going through stuff. It's a popular verse. Count it all joy. Man, I don't feel like hearing that right now. I don't even know what that means. Count it all joy. I can't count that high. I'm so low, I can't count that high. Count it all joy, my brothers, my sisters, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know, here it is, that the testing, the trying of your faith produces steadfastness. So the process proves that your faith is real, but the process also produces in you endurance. And he says, I want to produce something in you. It's not in you right now, and I have to allow you to go through this mini process. You got to go through it for a season, be it a week, a month, a year, several years, some of you a decade. I got to take you through it because I want to produce something in you that I'm going to need later. And he says, and when you know that, you can consider your trials joy. What does that mean, to count it joy? What does joy mean? Joy is the confidence that God's hand is involved. Instead of being a victim, what's happening to me? See the hand behind the hand. Okay, what's happening in me? What are you up to? What are you doing with this heart of mine? Why do I have to go through this? I don't know, but I do want to know, what are you doing in me? Because when I know that, I'm more willing to let you continue your work.